sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth.
Afro Tug Nation, it's your boy. They finally did it. They dropped it. You see it. You know it's coming. You know it's on the get down. I cannot wait. Yo, let's do what we do. But I start for me, you, and the crew. Now pull up. Boom.
The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, there's no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the most vision. Trendsetter told them before, but they don't listen.
Afro Tug Nation, it's your boy T3 Geek Town. Let's get down for the clown. But before we do that, pay these bills. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Come talk to your boy. Let's do what we do. I thank all those that's subscribing. I appreciate all those that's been patient. Your man's has really been trying to get his content game up, really trying to bring you something to really vitalize or really listen to and bring this channel to where it's supposed to be. But let's talk about it. Supergirl getting ready to drop in 2026 next year. We got our first official trailer. James Gunn's universe of the DC universe. DC, you are now here. You are now a part of the life and the expectations of things that I had for all things Marvel. You are now on the clock. Yes, sir. Where does this thing goes? We know that we are getting a Supergirl that is unlike any other Supergirl we've had, from Smallville to the Supergirl TV show to the old school classic comic books. We are getting the new 52 Supergirl, who's a brat child, 20 some odd years old, in this universe, just trying to live her best life, and is a bona fide butthole. You know what I mean? Like, just 100%. But there is a reason and a method and knowledge behind how she became, because she grew up different than Clark. She's seen more pain than Clark growing up in the universe, which is why Clark is who he is. The Superman is who he is, because he had the Kents. She didn't have that. She didn't have those particular family members watching and taking care of her, because she got to see her parents die. She was old enough to see when Krypton was destroyed. So her perspective on the world, she says in this trailer, he sees the good in everything. I see the truth. In other words, she sees what you show her. She don't take anything off of speculation and probability. She says, what you show me is what I'm going to judge you on. And this is the Supergirl that we're going to get. And then we also got our first look at Lobo. Finally, Momoa is getting a spot in the place where he's supposed to be, playing a crazed maniac out to destroy the universe. The only villain that's out here next to Darkseid that can actually go toe to toe with both Superman at his best and Supergirl at her best. So we will find out what we look into there. What else did we see? It has a huge Guardian of the Galaxy feel around it, which is the fun, the animatronics, the symmetry, the pictures, the quality, the sarcastic. It's going to give us Guardians of the Galaxy 1 feel, and possibly Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Because you got to remember, James Gunn did those movies, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 3. He did not do 2. So it's going to have that portion of it. It's going to connect to your man Peacemaker. It's going to connect to your boy Superman. It's based off the Supergirl comic book Woman of Tomorrow. And we got all these things that is going on, and it's going to happen to hit theaters. So this is the order in which we are looking at for 2026 for the DC universe. You got Supergirl dropping #1. Then in September of 2026, you get Clayface. Yes, Clayface. For those who are not familiar with who Clayface is, HBO Max is going to do the next villain in the Batman saga in this universe. So you had Penguin from Sparkles Batman. Now you're going to have Clayface, who technically is going to be from the Sparkles Batman. So could this be the Batman that are finally going to be introduced into the DC universe? We don't know, because as of right now, we've been told that neither one of these characters are going to intertwine or tangle up with the other. So I am super intrigued how we go, but it is going to be a dark show. Just like the Penguin show was straight up gangster, this was going to be dark show. Who is Clayface? Clayface was an actor who had done great things, but had an amazing and crazy accident. We have done adaptations of him in Batman the Cape Crusader. We've done him in Batman the Animated Series. He's also been done, of course, in the comic books, as well as Peacemaker, as well as the Harley Quinn Poison Ivy TV series, which I got to get back on, which that was on the thing. That was a whole shebang. But Clayface was an actor who had done great things, but had a terrible accident, got into it with the mob because he found a cure for his face, and was able to go on and have amazing roles in the movie industry. But this chemical they used on his face to help him with his accident, to help him look like the different people that he saw, but had a addictive property, which made him go hard in the paint for it, which also made him go after the mob bosses, which also drove him a little crazy, which also made them dump him, just like the Joker was jumped into a vat of chemical acids. He was completely smothered and smashed and smeared in this particular cream, which gave his body, his entire body, a clay-like substance where he can transform into anybody, anyone, anything, anywhere, at any time, and has a crazy notion to it. So he is going to be a straight-up killer up in this particular series. So I'm interested to see where we go, how we get down, and how we move on in this particular portion of the universe. And then in 2027, we get Superman, Man of Tomorrow, to drop with the team up. Yes, I said team up of Superman and Lex Luthor in this joint to go against Brainiac, the computer created by Krypton, the animatronic machine that is out there to destroy not all life forms, but to collect all knowledge in the universe, which also means collecting planets and cities and shrinking them down into his personal collection. Yes, sir. So we may come across Kara, aka Supergirl's home planet, because if you watch the full trailer, there's a point to where the city is encased in a dome that to protect it, but Brainiac may use it to shrink it down and hold on to it. Kindar is what we come across, and we are wondering if this is all going to connect into this universe. So DC universe, you have quite a few things. You've had Peacemaker, that's already done. You're dropping Supergirl 2026. You're bringing on Clayface in 2026, and then Superman in 2027, which is actually being filmed as we speak. Bro, it is a lot going on in the DC universe, and I'm here for every last piece of it. All right, fam, if you have kept up, if you have watched, if you have paid attention, if you had any inkling on how Afro Tuck Nation came about, where did it start? That's right, in the comic books. And at Comic-Con, we can see if we can get the glare out of this thing here. There it is. It's called The Untamed. Yes, this is by Stranger Comics. We have talked about this before. We are now 3 books in and on the way to the 4th book, and I'm now finally ready to discuss it, get into depth with it. What is my thought process of it? How do I feel about it? Should you read it and check this out? Yes, and this is not something that you can go into your local comic book store and go pick up. This is actually something you have to order from them. It is privately owned, not connected to the Marvel DC universe. They have their own entity of people. I am absolutely positively excited to discuss it because your man is really feeling some type of way about this joint. But you know how we get down. Oh, yes, the music is still here. Yo, just make it clear, because if you see your man's in the streets, hit him with the beats. Hit him with a jingle jangle, baby. Jingle jangle. Like, subscribe, share. Let's go.